can't get it.
But you see how much kidnappers are taking from victims.
My thing is, government should always say the best person. And I think you can. The 3% for the oil producing community is too low.
So the support that is needed. And once you get the support, your airline people will blossom.
This is Nigeria. You need to give people sense of belonging.
Good morning. Welcome to Inside Nigeria on Leadership Television. And this is the March 21st, 2022 edition of the program. My name is Winifred Ubebo, and I want to apologize for starting the program a bit behind schedule. We were experiencing some technical hitches, and also the fact that I'm alone to be reviewing the papers this morning as our guest is unavailably absent. Yes, we have 4 papers as usual on our menu for review this morning. That is Nigeria's most influential newspaper, The Leadership, the sister publication National Economy, News Direct, and the Trumpet. These are papers for review this Monday morning. And of course, we are starting off with leadership. Let's see what leadership is saying this morning. 2023 presidency, amid southern agitation, Tambuwal Mohammed Saraki opt for consensus. 2023 presidency, amid southern agitation, Tambuwal Mohammed Saraki opt for consensus to make position known soon, as article declares on Wednesday. Leadership, 2023 presidency, amid southern agitation, Tambuwal Mohammed Saraki opt for consensus to make position known soon, article declares on Wednesday. Let's see what the story is all about. Let's go to page 4 of the Leadership newspaper. Scheming for the presidential ticket of the People's Democratic Party has taken a new twist as Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed, his Sokoto State counterpart Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, and a former Senate President Abubakar Bukola Saraki yesterday resolved to work together towards producing a consensus candidate ahead of the party primaries holding on May 28th. The 3, who are presidential hopeful on the platform of the party, disclosed this shortly after a 2-hour closed-door meeting at Government House, Bauchi. Tambuwal Mohammed and Saraki, who are also from the 3 northern geopolitical zones, Northwest, Northeast, and North Central, respectively, said they would present their resolution on the consensus arrangement to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who picked the party's presidential nomination forms last week. PDP has been in a bind over where the party's 2023 presidential ticket should be zoned to, following agitations by southern governors for the next president to emerge from the region. Last week, after the party's National Executive Committee, NEC, unveiled the timetable for the 2023 elections, the party set up a 37-member committee to revisit the contentious issue of zoning. That is part of the news on leadership on his headline news this morning. Amid southern agitation, Tambuwal Mohammed Saraki opt for consensus. For more on the stories, get a copy of Leadership and read more and see what the story is really about. Still on leadership, on the white box on the paper, we have COVID-19. On the front page of Leadership, we have COVID-19. On the front page, let's see the front page of Leadership. COVID-19 intervention. CBN extends 5% interest by 1 year. COVID-19 intervention. CBN extends 5% interest by 1 year. And that is on Leadership. And still on Leadership, on the blue Blue marking, we see convention, APC postpones screening of aspirants over poor preparation. Convention, APC postpones screening of aspirants over poor preparation. That's stories on leadership this Friday, March 26th, 2022. Don't forget to log in for more on the stories or you get the hard copy. From leadership, we're moving over to a sister publication, and that is national economy. Let's see what national economy is head saying this morning. On national economy, Nigeria risk losing 3 trillion naira in 2022 to rising oil theft. Nigeria rise Nigeria risk losing 3 million naira in 2022 to rising oil theft. Experts decry 1.4 trillion loss in 2021. Say rising crude prices is incentive for oil thieves. Suggest new technology for decayed pipeline network surveillance mechanism. I'll take that again. Nigeria risks losing 3 trillion naira in 2022 to rising oil theft. Experts decry 1.4 trillion naira loss in 2021. Say rising crude prices is incentive for oil thieves. Suggest new technology for decayed pipeline network surveillance mechanism. Let's see what the story is all about. It says with the escalating rate of oil theft in the country, coupled with the increasing prices of crude oil on the international market, Nigeria risk losing 7 billion, and that is 3 trillion naira in 2022. That prospect poses a serious threat to the federal government's drive to generate more revenue as Nigeria grapples with a brewing debt crisis. The incidence of crude oil theft has been rising arithmetically now over the past several years and counting. That is a part of the story, headline story on national economy this morning. And still on national economy, let's see what some of the stories making the rounds on the paper. It says IGRO, Senate probes yields 1 billion naira from CAC. IGRO, that is internal generated revenue. Senate probe yields 1 billion naira from CAC. MPA Navy to end capital flight on hydrographic training. MPA Navy to end capital flight on hydrographic training. And up top on national economy, we see a story on investments. It says investments in mutual funds rise by 4.5% in 2 months. All these stories are making the rounds on national economy this Monday, 21st March 2022. Get the copy from national economy. We move over to the next paper we have on our menu, and that is Nigerian News Direct. Nigerian News Direct says power outage, federal government to restore electricity nationwide today. Power outage, federal government to restore electricity nationwide today. Gas shortage responsible for power outage, experts. As Sirap drags federal government to probe missing 11 trillion naira electricity fund. Gas shortage responsible for power outage, say experts. As Sirap charges federal government to probe missing 11 trillion naira electricity fund. That is on News Direct. And still on News Direct, we have some other stories. Buhari condemns violence in Southeast, consoles Obiozo. Buhari condemns violence in Southeast, consoles Obiozo. Jonathan Dakoru, Lord NCDMB as Erascon launches factory in Bayelsa. These stories and more are on News Direct this Monday. We are moving over to the last paper we have on our menu this morning, and that is the Trumpet newspaper. The Trumpet says retouching of electoral law unsettles polity. Retouching of electoral law unsettles polity. retouching of electoral law unsettles polity. That is on the trumpet. And on the trumpet, still on the story, we have riders. It says PDP LP to appeal court ruling. Main opposition party says judgment contrived. Falana Adegboruwa orders kick. Retouching of electoral law unsettles polity. PDP LP to appeal court ruling. Main opposition party says judgment contrived. Falana Adegboruwa orders kick. This is on the Trumpet newspaper this Monday, March 21st. Actually, it's a weekly, March 21st to 2022. Don't forget to get a copy of the Trumpet. Well, viewers, I'm afraid this is where we call it a day on today's program. Sorry, we couldn't come up with a guest. Our guest was unavoidably absent today due to some circumstances beyond his control. But tomorrow, hopefully, we intend to have a guest in-house to discuss some major news headlines. Well, tomorrow, don't forget to log in. I remain Winifred Bebo. See you. Bye.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.